Listen closely to the quiet. When was the last time you let yourself exist in an entirely empty room? No background noise, no music playing softly, no glowing screen in your hand. Just you, the rhythm of your own breathing, and the unfiltered weight of your own thoughts. If the mere idea of that silence makes a subtle, unspoken panic rise in your chest, you are far from alone. We have become a species entirely terrified of our own inner quiet. Every single day, you wake up, and within seconds you reach out to numb the stillness. Before you have even processed how you feel about the morning, you are letting the algorithm wash over you. You watch, you swipe, you scroll. You demand relentless, constant stimulation just to feel normal. You absorb hundreds of fleeting videos, thousands of curated images, and endless streams of trivial data. But at the end of the day, when the screen finally goes dark, your mind feels entirely empty. You are fundamentally overstimulated, yet completely underwhelmed. You carry a heavy, invisible exhaustion. We treat boredom not as a natural human state, but as a disease that must be instantly cured. But as you lie there, bathed in the cold, artificial blue light, consuming this endless stream of content, something vital is slipping away. You are slowly becoming mentally passive. You are overflowing with information, yet you are completely starved of wisdom. This is the silent tragedy of the modern mind. This is the death of deep thinking. We are living in an era of unprecedented convenience. We have built a frictionless world, a prison of absolute digital comfort. Whenever you face a question, a blank page, or a difficult thought, your instinct is no longer to pause and reflect. The friction of not knowing is simply too uncomfortable. Instead, you instantly demand an answer. You outsource your memory, your problem-solving, and your imagination to intelligent systems. You let artificial intelligence summarize your books, write your emails, and generate your ideas. It is flawless, it is immediate, and it is slowly hollowing you out. Clinical researchers observing our modern digital behavior have warned us about this exact trap. When you consume rapid-fire content, or when you rely on instant AI generation to do your thinking for you, you are hijacking your own biology. You trigger a massive flood of dopamine in your brain's reward circuits. You get the destination immediately without having to take a single step on the journey. But there is a devastating, hidden trade-off. Addictive, compulsive digital behaviors stem from a dangerous imbalance. As these immediate reward pathways fire constantly, the neural networks responsible for your executive functions begin to starve. Your deep focus, your critical thinking, your ability to sustain attention on a difficult task, these are executive functions, and they are literally fading away. Studies on AI dependence reveal a chilling reality. Extended reliance on these intelligent tools directly leads to cognitive overload, severe mental exhaustion, and a paralyzed ability to make basic human decisions. You are trading your cognitive independence for convenience. You are losing the ability to wander, to wonder, and to build complex thoughts. You are teaching your brain how to obey a machine rather than how to think for yourself. We are a society dangerously obsessed with the final result. We care about the output, the performance, the finished product. We are entirely blind to the fact that we are losing the journey. Artificial intelligence is remarkable at giving us the destination. It can write the perfect essay. It can paint the beautiful picture. It can write the flawless line of code. But it steals the excruciating, beautiful struggle of doing the work yourself. And it is only within that struggle that human beings actually grow. Think about the confidence you have in your life today. You are smarter, better at problem solving, and more resourceful, not because someone simply handed you the answers, but because you survived the frustration of figuring things out. The agonizing process of trying to form a sentence, the frustration of failing, the quiet space of reflection. That is what builds human character. When you use an algorithm to solve a complex problem, you get the final result, but you completely miss the internal transformation that comes from the effort. It is like having a machine lift weights for you. The weight moves, but your muscles remain weak. What happens when the storm comes and you don't know how to swim because a machine has always driven the boat? We are avoiding the friction of life. We want everything to be fast, smooth, and easy. But a life without friction is a life without growth. The darkest consequence of this frictionless world is not just what it is doing to our intellect, it is what it is doing to our hearts. We are outsourcing our critical thinking, and now we are outsourcing our human connections. We are relying on AI to cope, to regulate our moods, and to communicate with the people we love. We form emotional attachments to chatbots because they offer zero resistance. They never argue. They are programmed to agree with you, to affirm you, to make you feel perfectly understood. But a machine built by a for-profit company to keep you engaged is not a friend. It teaches you nothing about the messy, necessary art of real human connection. Consider the moment you have a difficult argument with your partner. The tension is incredibly high. You hate the conflict and you just want to fix it. So you type the details of the fight into an AI interface and ask it to write the perfect apology. It instantly gives you a flawless, emotionally balanced, incredibly articulate response. You copy it and you send it. You did everything perfectly right, but you entirely removed your humanity. By erasing the human error, you erased the soul of the interaction. You robbed yourself and your partner of the awkward, beautiful vulnerability that actually connects two people. What makes human beings beautiful is not that we get everything right, it is that we get many things wrong and we stumble through it together. In Japanese culture, there is a design concept called wabi-sabi. It is the practice of finding profound beauty in things that are temporary, weathered, or imperfect. A handmade wooden bowl is beautiful exactly because it is slightly uneven. It bears the mark of the human hands that shaped it. When you try to present a perfectly curated, flawless, artificially generated version of yourself to the world, you lose your authenticity. You become a perfectly smooth object that no one can hold on to. By avoiding the messy struggle of real communication, you forget how to truly listen. This is why, in an age where we are more connected to infinite data than at any point in human history, we are drowning in an epidemic of profound loneliness. We are surrounded by artificial perfection, yet completely starved of genuine human resonance. Deep thinking requires quiet focus, and deep relationships require imperfection. We are actively running away from both. But this is not where your story has to end. You have not lost your mind forever. The power to reclaim it is still right there, resting in the palm of your hand. To survive this digital era, to pull yourself out of this comfortable numbness, you must commit a radical act of rebellion. You must reclaim your right to be bored. Boredom is not a terrifying void waiting to be filled with endless scrolling. Boredom is the birthplace of human imagination. It is the sacred, quiet space where your subconscious mind processes your life, where it connects hidden dots, where it dreams. You must learn, once again, how to sit in the empty room. The path back to yourself requires intentional friction. It requires putting the glowing screen inside a drawer, walking out your front door, and wandering into the woods or down a city street without a synthetic voice speaking in your ear. It requires leaving the phone behind. It means picking up a heavy, physical book. It means forcing your fractured attention span to read a single, difficult page and then demanding that it read another. It means engaging in the physical world, finding hobbies and challenges that force you to focus deeply, to build with your own hands, and to struggle. You do not have to reject technology entirely. That is not the goal. But you must use it consciously, as a tool, not as a crutch. Let artificial intelligence assist you with organizing your schedule, but absolutely refuse to let it do your deep thinking for you. Protect your inner silence fiercely. Embrace the excruciating, beautiful journey of not knowing the answer right away. When you are faced with a complex problem, do not immediately ask an algorithm for the shortcut. Sit in the uncomfortable silence. Let your mind wander. Let it stretch. Let it fail and try again. When you need to apologize, let yourself stumble over your words. Let your voice crack. Let yourself make mistakes. Because those genuine imperfections are the exact coordinates of your humanity. Your mind is a beautiful, complex, unpredictable wilderness. Stop paving over it with digital comfort. The endless stream of content, the dopamine loops, the artificial voices, they will only stop speaking for you when you finally decide to find your own voice again. You have the power to break the cycle, to protect your attention, to seek out the difficult journey, to embrace the messy reality of being beautifully, undeniably human. But perhaps, what do you think?